Okay, we are back with juicy football discussions as far as Nigeria Superfans Forum is concerned. Welcome, my name is Oluwafemi Ashaolu. And like they say, charity begins at home. Let's start from Nigeria. Of course, today on the show, we'll be talking about the fallout of the 77th annual general meeting of the Nigeria Football Federation, known as the Congress. There are a lot of issues coming out from that meeting that took place last week in Lagos regarding how to move Nigerian football forward. Remember, the Federation election is scheduled to take place in September. That's just a few weeks from now. And of course, we're talking about the Super Falcons, they crashed out of the FIFA Under-20 World Cup in Costa Rica. They lost 2-0 to Holland. Of course, we're talking about that also. And so much to talk about the World Cup preparation, Ghana, and everything. Of course, we'll be taking you closer to the action. Of course, FIFA has begun the sales of tickets. And there are certain matches in Ghana's group, in Cameroon group, the tickets they've almost been completely sold out. So we'll be giving you all that you need to know on the show. Once again, I say welcome and thank you to our fans for always being there for us. And the Super Falcons, a lot of Nigerians will actually be disappointed. And last week, someone, particularly one of our viewers, pointed particularly that the goalkeeper is almost the weak link in that team. But of course, we'll be talking about all of that today. James Agberibi is in the studio. James, you're welcome.
Thank you very much, Femi.
And Kado Gundari, sorry, I promised that Kado will be able to join us today, but of course, he will still be joining us, on phone from very far away, Kado Gundari, welcome to the show. Hello, Kado, can you hear us? Welcome to the show.
Yeah, it's a pleasure being with you guys. Thank you very much, Femi.
Oh, okay. So let's get started, Kado. Of course, let's begin here in Nigeria. The fallout of the NFF, the Congress that took place in Lagos last week. According to the report, the Pinnick confirmed also again that it will not be contesting for the third time. But there are other controversies that came out from that meeting. It's been saying that FIFA will likely punish those who are taking football matters in Nigeria to a civil court. Remember that the Players Union who were not happy with the statute in the NFF as regarding the NFF operation, the matter is still in court. I heard that matter has been withdrawn, but is still not happy that matter was even taken to court. You know, in the bid to try to bring more of their players, of their members, into how to run football in Nigeria. But Pinnick is saying that FIFA may even ban some of them for life. Kayode.
Femi, Pinnick is one funny man. He's a man whose eyes is on fire. He's just cruising against time. The inevitability of his end is very, very near. No matter what he does, no matter the games he plays, his time is up and Pinnick must leave. If it requires every critically thinking Nigerian to carry a placard to make sure that we chase Pinnick out of that office, then that must be what we should do. He has brought our football to his knees. He is now trying to buy time. All these is tactics of FIFA will do this, FIFA will do that. Please, let FIFA ban us. Let FIFA tell us where it is wrong to ask for.
Are you serious, Kyle? FIFA's armor should fall on us.
Let FIFA tell us where a regime that has ended its legally recognized 8 years wants to buy time, wants to have another a third time by default. Let FIFA tell us where it is wrong for a government that is spending money on football not to have a say in that football. That is what I'm expecting FIFA to do. In fact, if FIFA wants to ban, let FIFA ban the whole of Nigeria, not only Nigerian football. It is time to call Amaju Pinnick's bluff and tell him to go to get away from that office.
James, of course, you saw that some of the quotes coming in from that Congress.
Yeah.
And I remember even Pinnick during his first time, you know, you remember Chris Giwa took him to court. It was a civil court. And Pinnick didn't even talk about, you know, he didn't threaten Nigeria about FIFA banning us. But now that some bloc in the NFF, in the NFF Congress are not happy about their representation and they went to court. And besides that, even the president, Muhammadu Buhari, has written to the NFF in order to ensure a level playing field for every stakeholder. But why is it now coming with the statement that those taking football matters to Nigeria, in Nigeria to a civil court could be banned for life by FIFA?
Yeah, I think it's all about his personal interest now. It's not about the general good of Nigerian football. You know, there was a time when we in one of our episodes, I spoke about Pinnick's position in CAF and FIFA.
The Nigeria didn't benefit
we are not
anything.
benefiting now he's trying to use that position to punish Nigerians for coming out to be part of the NFL. It just shows as if they are running a kind of a cartel. So he's trying to like protect that setup that once he leaves, at least you still be able to have influence in that group. So for him to come out to say such is an unfortunate statement.
Kayode, there are reports that Shehu Diko, who is the second vice president of the NFF, and of course Sheyi Akinwumi, who is the first vice president, may likely run in September. What is your opinion about that?
Femi, I pray they do, and I pray they meet their downfall at the polls. Let anybody associated with this disreputable Pinnick regime come out and tell us what he has done. Shehu Diko has been in charge of the league. We know where the league is now. Sheyi Akinwumi is the chairman of the Lagos FA. Let Sheyi come out and tell us what he has done with football in Lagos in the last 4 years. All of them have a terrible record, including their paymaster Pinnick. All of them should be swept away by the flood that is coming their way. I do not subscribe to any of them. I do not have the powers to exempt them from
contesting.
I do not say they cannot aspire to be the president, but let Nigerians, let those who have conscience, tell these guys at the polls, at the elections, that we do not appreciate what they have done in the past 8 years, and we do not want them ever, we should say never again, to any of them. Either it's Sheyi, either it's Pinnick, or whoever, even the current Secretary General, who I hear is also trying to contest. All three of them should be cast in the dustbin of history with their master, Amaju Pinnick.
Okay, I think we need to set the record straight. We are not trying to attack anyone. We are not trying to belittle anyone, but all we are interested is the progress of Nigerian football. Of course, we know the state of football in the country, particularly as Kayode mentioned, the league, Nigeria League, is nothing to write home about, particularly in regards to administration. It is nothing to write home about. James, let's go to the Super Falcons. Unfortunately, we saw that game together, and the hopes were really high, from winning their 3 group games, and Nigerians thought that, okay, maybe they will take a step closer to maybe to another final. I haven't lost 2 finals now, but unfortunately, with a lot of things missing in that team, they lost to the Dutch 2-0.
Yeah, starting from the goalkeeper to the defense, then the attack. I mean, it was a sore sight to watch. We've been saying this thing that by the time they meet a well-drilled team, an organized team, all their loopholes will be exposed. I mean, we watched the game and we saw that they I won't say they measured up to the Dutch team, but unfortunately, in the crucial stage like this, chances come at a premium. But the sad part is the Falcons had chances, but that inability to take your chances, at the end of the day, came back. The Dutch got 2 chances from mistakes made by the captain, the main, and they capitalized.
Very unfortunately, someone that a lot of people have praised so far in the competition.
So, and the forward line too, selfish play. I don't know. They started taking shots from almost on the middle of the
Oyenezide, Flourish,
Abiodun, and it was not as if they were powerful shots. They were all feeble shots, and the keeper was just having a field day, taking care of those. They were so well, the Dutch were so well organized from the keeper to the defense to the they had their plan and they executed it well. But in our part, we just saw a team that was just running around, just relying mostly on individuals, and that's why I would still have to blame the coach. I mean, your team they were struggling. Even in the first half, they had like 8 corner kicks to the Dutch 0 corners.
And they couldn't get anything from it.
Second half, I expected changes, but it's as if they continued from what they were doing in the first half, they continued in the second half. So it just showed that there was no impact. The team, there was no coaching. I don't think they even did any serious discussion at halftime, and we all saw the result. So from there, like I said, for me, winning the competition would have been a bonus. But I believe there are players in the team now who I feel the current handler of the Super Falcons should look at and be able to draft into the Super Falcons so that you're able to be strengthened.
But the players are small. In stature, they are really small.
It's not about no. It has nothing to do with fine stature, but these are very talented players. In terms of talent, Nigeria don't lack in that aspect. But when a talented team lacks coaching, I mean, these are the kind of results you get. The Dutch team, that's the team that is well coached. The team, the coach, their coach was not really shouting or screaming at our players. She had already set out her plans and they executed it very well. On our own part, we are just relying on individual brilliance, and unfortunately, they came unstuck.
Okay, Kayode, you've not taken anything away from these girls, but you've pulled no punches regarding coaching in this team. You also saw that game. What is your opinion, Kayode?
Femi, I remember when this thing came up, after their first game. I told you on the same program, Femi, that I see a coaching deficit in these girls.
Yeah.
Everybody was carried away because they won all their group games. And I said the moment they come up against a team that is well coached, they will run into trouble. Against the Netherlands, I saw a team that played their normal game. A team that had strength. They had strength in their legs. They were able to run all over the pitch, but they were running like headless chickens. I saw a team that had power, but did not have control. And like that powerful word saying what is power without control. I saw a team that was clipped by the Netherlands. I saw a team that fell to the superior thinking of the opposition coach. I saw a team that had players who had individual ability and were trying to show what they can do individually. All of the girls, without any exception, gave a good account of themselves. When they came up against a superior thinking coach who saw that, okay, the power of this team is in their strength. Okay, you know what? Let them run at us. We soak up their pressure and we launch a counter-attack. Two chances that the Netherlands had in the first half, they scored from the two. In that first half, Nigeria had like 6 chances or were wasted. That alone showed the difference between Nigeria and the Netherlands. In the second half, they had done enough. They just sealed up their home, and that was all. So for me, while I am not going to take anything away from the players, they show that the future of the game in Nigeria is still very, very bright. Because they were truly outstanding players in the Nigerian team. I would take the number 9, the number 10, the Abiodun girl, the captain, the man, even though she was culpable for the 2 goals, yet she has had a very, very outstanding.
How about the goalkeeper? A lot of people have reservation about the goalkeeper.
But Femi, I also have issues with the goalkeeper. But in the game against Netherlands, there was no goal that you could directly attribute to her. Fault.
Yeah.
That is the truth. In the game against the Netherlands, which is the game under
discussion,
review here. So, but overall, maybe there were issues with handling of the ball, control of our area. But against the Netherlands, the team fell to the superior thinking of the Netherlands coach, and it wasn't a surprise for me, even though it was painful that we had to lose out like that. Okay, look at the game, Femi. We were losing 2-0, and the second half we had the coach who is technically good. I'm not taking anything away from the coach. This is not a form of disrespect to the coach, but I felt he could have done something with the.
Hello, Kayode. Okay, I think we lost Kayode there. Of course, we'll try to reestablish connection. But James, he was talking about if we had a technically sound coach that would have been able to at least do something in the second half.
Yeah, just like what he said. And
after your team was already 2-0 down in the first half.
Because I saw they were doing the same thing, hitting the ball from distance. Sometimes when they got to promising positions, and you expect team play, but somebody will just want to take him at the goal, and the keeper will just make comfortable save. So the Dutch keeper was just making routine saves because they were not really punchy threats. So well and good. They got to the quarterfinals. It's unfortunate that they couldn't go beyond that. The last time we got to the semi-final, that this Falcons was in 2014. When they went all the way to the final, that under Oshuala and the rest. So it's going to be a good experience for the players. you know, because it's like we always say, it's a platform where you build players where they tend to, you know, exhibit their skills. Sometimes when we have exciting players in the team, just like what Kayode said, the captain, fine, she made 2 errors which led to the goal. Yeah, apart from that, she was able to compose herself and, you know, continue to lead the team. Esther Oyinezide, she did well, though she was kept quiet in most parts of the game.
Sebastian Flourish.
Sebastian, she has to. I think she would have learned 1 or 2 things now, that football is about team game. It's not all about
not just about you.
You know, so. And even the left back, Rofiat Imoren, if I'm not mistaken, and the pronunciation of her name, she did well too. But you know, football is about team game. If you don't come as a unit to play, this is the kind of thing you face. Just like what we also said in one of our episodes, the Super Eagles, it takes us back to when they took on Tunisia. You know, after doing well in the group stage, they got to the knockout, the crucial stage. That's what I said. When it comes to the knockout stage, it has nothing to do with what you did.
It's a different ball game
entirely, because this is where your technical bench. This is when they start. This is when this.
It comes to play, really.
Exactly. You know. So unfortunately, Christopher Danjuma led technical crew. They came on stock against a well drilled, a sound, well organized Dutch team. So. Let's just hope that
hopefully it won't be the end of the girls.
No. Like I said, some of them, they need to be drafted into the Super Falcons. You know, like 5 of them, very good players who shone, who did very well, and I believe they will do well when they get to the Super Falcons. And we just have to look at that aspect of coaching. We have talented players, but a situation whereby you have talented players who are not well coached. I mean, they will just run into teams who just take them apart, and they will think they are not good. No, it's about coaching. Well-organized team. You know when to defend. You know when to, you know, play with your teammates. You know when to hit the ball, and it's going to be a good experience for them. And let's just hope from there things will just pick for them. Okay,
before we go on a break, let's talk about Chan Eagles. It will be a sin not to talk about that team. We have 6 days now before the first leg against the Black Galaxies for the Chan 2023 Chan tournament that will be taking place in Nigeria. James, now the coaches are now left with no option than to task the players. Now, for Fatai Osho, who is the assistant coach, of course, and the main coach, Salisu Yusuf, has come out to task the players. And they acknowledge that they know that the Black Galaxies are ahead of the team in terms of fitness. Now, unfortunately, even the Black Galaxies are not even in Africa. Of course, they've traveled to Austria to play in an invitational tournament. So you can look at the level of fitness, the level of preparation, the level of exposure that the Black Galaxies already have. I think they are not even 3 steps ahead of Nigeria.
Just like what I said in the past, the only thing that will help the Nigerian team to go past Ghana is just sheer determination, luck, you know, this passion when it comes to playing Nigeria, Ghana. The Ghanaian team, in terms of preparation, they've done well. They've played competitive games. They're in the Foundation tournament in Austria. You know, so it has made them. They've really prepared well for this game. So the Nigerian team, I think they only played 1 friendly game, 3-2 game, which they won, and had Onazi even featured. You know, so for me, let's just look forward to an exciting game. It's going to be a feisty, tough encounter, but you still want to give the Black Galaxies the edge based on the kind of preparations they've had. They've played 2 competitive games. They are in the Foundation tournament.
Of course, so Yusuf said they are ahead in terms of fitness.
You know,
Ghana are ahead
I
in terms
just
of
hope that what happened in the qualifiers in the World Cup, it favored Ghana. They didn't have the AFCON was a poor outing. The Super Eagles had a kind of good outing, but when it came down to the
when it mattered the most.
So that's the only thing I believe the Chan Eagles will have to bank on when it mattered the most. They just have to play with passion. They have to play with everything. They have to give it everything. Who knows? Maybe luck will shine on them, and in the way like they might just sneak in a goal there. And
so we are now counting on luck, right?
That's because it's not the Black Galaxies' fault that we found ourselves in this position. Nobody has stopped us from getting to camp early. The Ghanaians, they know how important this. I think one of the things that even will I say affected the Chan Eagles? They had a bye in the first round. Right? Ghana had to. So
Ghana had to play Benin Republic in the first leg in the qualifiers.
It's even a good thing for the Black Galaxies that they had to play a competitive game, and they did very well. Home and away, they got the victory. They are in the Four Nation tournament, and I believe when they come back, they're still going to play maybe a tune-up game before the big game. And I just pray we win, because that's the only thing that we can give us victory against Ghana in terms of preparation towards this game. Okay,
we also heard that even for the Super Falcons, they had no preparatory program for the FIFA Under-20 World Cup that they just got knocked out of in Costa Rica. No friendlies, no tournament to prepare them. They just went to the tournament, and of course, you can see the result. Now we're talking about the Chan Eagles. Also, they got into camp late because the football administrators in the country, they failed to do what they are supposed to do. So according to James, now we are now counting on loss. So that game is just 6 days away, and this is supposed to be another big Jollof derby. But seriously, this time Ghana are ahead, and Nigeria can only pray for luck. Let's quickly go on this break. Then we're about to talk about a whole lot of things in Ghana as regards preparation for the World Cup. And Samuel Eto'o is talking about the friendly that will be taking place between Brazil and Ghana next month. Why is Eto'o concerned about this game? We're about to talk about it. Please stay with us. Yeah, welcome back, and it's still Nigeria Superfans Forum. Of course, in the first part of the show, we've been talking about a whole lot of issues regarding Nigerian football. Now, let's make a trip to Ghana. Remember that last week we brought you a story about Asamoah Gyan wanting to return to the Black Stars of Ghana for the 2022 World Cup. And even right there in our comments, a lot of you have been saying Asamoah Gyan should just step aside and allow these young guys to go to the World Cup and do it. But James, let me start with you. Kai Dogundare is back online. There are these journalists, I'm talking about Daniel Kwaku Yeba, he's saying that Asamoah Gyan is still better than a number of strikers in the current Ghanaian team. He's saying that why not just take him to the World Cup if he will help us. He said he's better than some of these young strikers in the current Otoado-led side. Yeah,
fine. Nobody's taking away what Asamoah has done for the Black Stars. Like I said, he is the current, he's the only striker that has the highest goals for an African player at the World Cup, 6. And but when you're looking at this, what is really on the ground now, 3 months to the World Cup, and you've been out of football for close to 2 years. Now the World Cup is just around the corner. You now want to come back to the team. You are not part of the team that qualified for the World Cup. You all saw what they did at the AFCON, all the insults and all the attacks that they suffered. And they were able to, salvage themselves by beating Nigeria to the World Cup ticket. You are not part of the team now that the food is ready. Now you just want to.
Yeah, but people like Naki Williams who were not part of the whole process.
Checking out Inaki Williams has been playing. He's active for Atletico Bilbao. So that's just what we have to look at. He has been playing. Asamoah has not been playing. When last did he play any competitive football? I saw one picture of him in the gym. And the instructor, they were busy.
I think that was it. Last year was the last time he played.
Trying to get himself back in shape because of this World Cup. And my fear there again, like I said before, Asamoah, if at the end of the day he makes the team, Asamoah is not somebody that will go to the World Cup and wants to sit on the bench. You remember the Suarez, Uruguay, all those things. So for me, he has paid his dues. He can go to the World Cup as maybe a motivator, can be on the bench. It might not necessarily be part of the 23-man squad, but it can be on the bench. That's another way of supporting the team, especially the strike force. That's another way of assisting. It's not the must that you must be in the squad and you must, because you want that. For me, that's being selfish. These guys work for this ticket. Give them the chance. You've been to 3 World Cup. You have a record at the World Cup. So just step aside and support the team in another capacity, but not necessarily being in the team.
Okay, Kayode, what do you think about Asamoah Gyan? Of course, this journalist is saying that Asamoah Gyan is better than a number of strikers in the current Otoado-led side. And if you even look at the squad, I think, for me, I think that William is the only out-and-out striker in that team. But this journalist is saying that, a Ghana journalist, is saying that Asamoah Gyan is even better than the number of strikers in this team. What do you think?
I think the journalist, with all due respect, is smoking something that's not supposed to be smoking. The mental picture of Asamoah Gyan that every Ghanaian wants to have, the one that posterity will remember, is the guy who has scored 6 World Cup goals for Ghana, the highest by any African. That record is what he should go to his retirement with. It's what he should go to his grave with. The moment he succumbs to the pressure, either by himself or by other people, to put himself up for selection, he is going to make a mockery of his legacy. Number one. Then number two, he's going, like James said, he's going to disrupt the team chemistry. There's no way everybody can like you. There are players who believe that Asamoah Gyan was the reason why they have not had a decent run in the team. Now, if he comes back, somebody has to be dropped for him. Those who will not be happy. 3, if he comes back, he may not want to take the back seat. Like James said again, he will want to be in the team,
of course,
not just to add up to the numbers. That will disrupt the team balance. 3, then who tells you that the coach himself is ready to work with Asamoah Gyan? 4, and this I think is the most crucial, what is Ghana's aim of going to the World Cup? Are they going there to win or to have a decent performance, like you said? If the aim is to have a decent performance, they do not need Asamoah Gyan to do that. In fact, if you are building a team for the future, you should not keep going back to the past. Asamoah Gyan is a part of the Ghana past. They should allow him to be in that past. He himself should allow himself to be in the past. He should not even bother himself to come out, no matter what the pressure is. And in this case, there is no pressure from anybody. He is the one pressurizing himself, trying to put himself in the consciousness of people, trying to insinuate himself into the team. The fact that he has been out of football, active football, for close to 2 years is enough reason for him to just respect himself, respect his legacy, respect his legendary status in the team, in Ghana football. He is one of the most underrated footballers in Ghana history because he has done what no other Ghanaian player has done before. Not even the legendary Abedi or Tony Yeboah. Those never had the opportunity to go to the World Cup. He went to the World Cup. He did not only go to the World Cup, he scored 6 goals at the World Cup. That's more than any other African player has ever done. So for me, he should just let that be what everybody will remind himself of when they think about him. But let me give you a very good example. Do you know that most people, especially the generation that grew up just towards the time of the 1998 World Cup, when you talk about goalkeepers, that's where the debate comes from, when they talk about a certain Peter Rufai and compare him with some other goalkeepers. They remember that performance at the France 98 World Cup, and they tell you that, I beg, who is Peter Rufai? This guy, if you saw Peter Rufai at the height of his powers in 1988 to 1994, you dare not compare him with any other goalkeeper in this country. Now, those people who saw him in 1998 will always tell you who is Peter Rufai. They saw him playing. So if anybody wants to talk about in the next 15, 20 years now, when a certain generation of Ghanaians want to talk about Asamoah Gyan, they will be talking about his performance at the 2022 World Cup. Not what he did before now. So that's why he should guard his legendary status jealously by not putting a stain on it. So if anybody is deceiving him, he should not deceive himself. For me, it's a no. Yeah, it's possible he's better than all the Ghanaian strikers combined. I agree, I'm not going to argue that. But the fact is, he is a part of their past. He should stay in the past. Let these boys, whatever happens, even if they like, let them go to the World Cup and not score 1 goal. But it is a team of the future. He was not there when they won the World Cup ticket. So him being in the team there is no guarantee that they are going to win the World Cup.
Okay. Let's stay with the Black Stars. The game between Portugal and Uruguay, according to FIFA, is among the games that experienced the highest ticket purchase so far. I was really surprised because I was expecting that I was anticipating like Asamoah Ghana. I was expecting that Ghana Uruguay should be one of the games that people will have bought so much ticket. But according to FIFA, the Portugal versus Uruguay game is one of the games that people have purchased most tickets. And FIFA has also said that 2.5 million tickets have been bought so far, while they are waiting for the next window for the sales of tickets. But let's look at that game quickly. Did that come as a surprise? Portugal Uruguay, did that come as a surprise?
No, it doesn't. And that's part of the reason of what I'm talking about. Whatever happened in 2010 is fading off the memory of a generation of football watchers. Now what they see is a last chance for Ronaldo and what is his name? Suarez. So nobody is talking about the Ghana game. Unfortunately for us Africans, we are not a factor when it comes to football viewership. How many Ghanaians are going to be at the World Cup? That's the fact. How many Ghanaians are going to be I'm not sure they will be up to 2,000. It is the same for all African teams. They ensure that a large majority of Portuguese fans and European fans will be there. So it is normal that they will get that. So even if a Ghana game is experiencing this high turnover of ticket requests, it will be because their opponents are buying the tickets, not Africans. The truth is Africans cannot afford, with the kind of economic situation we are in, we cannot afford the travel and the tickets to those games. So I'm not surprised. The only surprise that I want Ghana and other African countries to show is to put up a spirited performance at the World Cup, so that at the end of the World Cup, they will force all the nations of the earth to stand up, to sit up and say, you know what, these Africans have come of age. That's the only way they can pay us back.
Okay, Kayode, please stay on the line. James, Ghana and Brazil will be playing a friendly next month. Remember that CAF has shifted the World Cup 2024 World Cup qualifiers for September till next year, then so that countries that will be representing the continent at the World Cup can use the window for friendlies. And of course, Ghana will be playing Brazil. And Samuel Eto'o has said that, of course, Cameroon will send the scouts to watch that game, because they're in the same group with Serbia and Switzerland at the World Cup. But what do you think about the game for Ghana?
It will be
another opportunity for Toado to test it.
Very good one for Ghana. I mean, Brazil are playing the 5-time World Cup champions. It's going to expose a lot of these players. It's not even about the outcome now. It's about getting the exposure. I mean, it's not every time you come against superstars like Neymar, Jesus, Casemiro, all these big stars. So it's
you call this because it's an asset, because he plays for Arsenal.
No, not at all. So good ones for the GFA for pulling this.
This top-notch friendly.
It's very tough. I don't know how many teams can organize friendly game with almighty Brazil. Before a World Cup. I mean, so another thing that we're going to benefit from this, apart from Ghana, is Cameroon, because they will be watching the game closely and they give the opportunity to see the kind of team they're going to play against. So like I said, a good one for the GFA. I think it goes to show that they are prepared. They want a very good outing at the World Cup. And what better way to prepare your team for a major tournament like this than facing the best team when it comes to the World Cup, facing Brazil. I mean, it's a good one for the GFA. And we hope that when they go into the game, it's not about winning. It's about exposing your players, giving them that platform to size themselves up against because the World Cup is the place where you meet the best. So what better way to prepare for it when you than playing against the best team? So 802 is want to jump into the
of course
that they're going to send a scout. I mean, that's what serious FA that's what they do. Go there and see what your opponents are up to, and I think it's going to benefit Ghana and also going to benefit Cameroon.
Good one, James. Kayode, quickly. Of course, the GFA, like James said, they put this top-notch friendly against Brazil. It's going to be a very big test for Toado. Let's forget that it's a friendly, but I think it's going to be a very big test for him. What do you think? Very quickly.
100% I agree with James. It is not the result that will count at the end of the day. It is how the players comport themselves. It is how they express themselves against Brazil. Because if you want to be the best, you have to beat the best. So I will not say too much talk. Even if this scoreline ends 5-0 or 5-1 or 4-0 or whatever. It is not of utmost importance at this point. The most important thing is that getting this finalists in the first place for me is an achievement. You know, I think on one of our earlier previous programs, I said they should get a good FIFA match agent that can arrange this top-notch finalists for them. Ghana is a big name in world football. World Cup quarterfinalists, that's a record that most countries do not have. So the fact that they've been able to attract Brazil, other countries will also open up to them, because previous to that, we are talking about them having lined up only one pre-World Cup friendly match. Now we have Brazil, hopeful that other countries will still be willing to play them, and those will be contingent on how they prepare and the outcome, their performance, not result against Brazil. So for me, it's a big one for Ghana, and we have to give kudos to the GFA for a job well done.
Okay, Kayode, before I let you go, 1 minute, Ashanti Kotoko, they've eventually, finally confirmed the appointment of this Burkina Faso coach, Seydou Zabo. Remember, we talked a whole lot about him on the show. That means eventually and finally, Dr. Ogum Prosper is now out of the Ashanti Kotoko setup. But quickly react to that, Kayode.
For me, mobility of coaches is a good thing. Because there are only two categories of coaches: those who have been sacked and those who are waiting to be sacked. So I hope this coach comes in with his wealth of experience, which we know he has. We get a good working environment at Kotoko, and he does well with them. I will be rooting for him, because if he does well, Ashanti Kotoko will do well. If Ashanti Kotoko does well, Ghana football will be on the map, and it is a plus for Africa. So for me, it's a good one, and we wish the prof all the best in all his future endeavors.
Kayode Ogundare, thank you very much for joining us via phone today on the show.
All right, thank you very much, and guys, keep up the work. Good work.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, James. You know, we've talked about it as we round up now. We've talked about Kotoko. They'll be playing in the Champions League, Cup Champions League. They are the current champions of the Ghana Premier League. But excuse me, unfortunately, the club and of course Dr. Prosper Ogum could not, get things done in regard to preparing the team, and he's out of the team. But they brought a Burkina Faso coach who has a track record of doing well.
Yeah, the Burkina Faso coach, we saw what he did at the AFCON. Got to the third semi-finals.
They finished fourth.
And Dr. Prosper did well for the team. He won the league. Now it's
and he's a university lecturer.
Yeah.
And he's currently with the Black Galaxies. So he has nothing to lose, actually.
It showed that what he did for
Kotoko.
I mean, it showed that he did very well for him to now be drafted to the Black Galaxies. And let's hope his knowledge of the game does not come against Nigeria, because he's going to face Nigeria, and his knowledge will be, brought to use. And we pray that it doesn't. So
you're not wishing that. You're not wishing that away. That's it.
You have to be protected. So good one for him, and I believe he's going to, even if he doesn't. I think he's still going to serve Ghana well. I think he's somebody that can even still, do well when it comes to even the main team, because for someone to win the Ghanaian league is not a small feat, and for him being drafted to the Black Galaxies, and I see him from there moving to the main Black Stars, because you can't have such. You said he's a professor. I mean, he goes to show that he has good knowledge of the game, and he's really going to serve Ghana well. And let's hope that in future we're going to see him. And I think the other time we heard of a foreign club, coming and this man is a very sound coach. So all the best to him, but not against Nigeria.
Come on, James, come on. Well, anyway, James, thank you for coming through on the show today.
It's always a pleasure.
And of course, this is where we'll be drawing the curtain on today's, episode of Nigeria Super Fans Forum. We hope you've enjoyed yourself. And like we always say, we can't thank you enough for always being there for us, for watching us around the world, across the world. We have people watching us from Australia, Japan, US, Canada, even in the United Kingdom. we cannot thank you enough. But please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Your comments, please always indicate where you're watching us from. Like we always say, we read every one of your comments and we appreciate them so much. So for the issues that we've raised today, let's get your reactions in the comment section. What do you think the Super Falcons of, unfortunately and disappointingly, of course, they've crashed out of the tournament as the remaining Africa's representative, but right now Africa has no representative in that competition. And regarding Ghana for the World Cup, what do you think about the friendly against Brazil? It's going to be a very big test, massive test for Otoado. So let's get your reaction in the comment section. Until we come your way again, I remain Oluwafemi Ashaolu. We said have a wonderful week for yourself. Bye for now.